Finally, I found a dungeon crawl for cozy gamers. Dungeon usually scary cause it's dark and you have to fight monsters. But hear me out, Grimoire Groves is different from those typical dungeon crawl games. Their dungeon is not scary, instead it's colorful and filled with cute and adorable creatures. So I think it's the perfect dungeon crawl for us cozy gamers who love bright and cute aesthetic. But don't worry, as it has features that also work well for you who love the usual challenge in dungeon crawl games. If you want to know more, make sure to stay until the end cause in this video I will tell you everything about the gameplay loop and features to help you decide if this game is for you or not. So now let's check the game. In this game, you will play as this cute little witch named Primrose who came to Grimoire Groves for apprenticeship. But when you arrive, the once beautiful garden is no more, and all you find is just a huge mess. Soon you will learn both the forest spirit and plant creatures that used to grow in the garden has gone. So now your job is to help Lavender restore the garden to its former glory. Now the premise feels like a standard witch game premise. But what makes the game unique is the forest, aka the dungeon. Inside the forest, you will find different types of cute creatures with adorable design. What you need to do is to plant them by feeding it energy using spells. But you can't just feed it randomly as each creature has specific element. So you have to feed them using spell that has the same element as that creature. The way to tell their element is from their color. But I should say that some of their design use color from other elements as their secondary color. It makes it a bit confusing as you can't really tell which one is their primary color. So you need to be careful, and once you find out their correct element, then you really need to remember it, else you will be confused again. Now, you might be asking, why is this important? Here's the thing, if you feed the creature with wrong element, then they will become unhappy, and you will waste your energy. And once you run out energy, you will fall asleep and teleported back to the garden, which causes you to drop most items you have collected so far. I must say, although this is a typical dungeon crawl punishment, but some games does give us an item or a spell to exit the dungeon at any time. I haven't completed the game, but so far I found that you can only exit the dungeon through the gate. So energy management is important, and if you think you can complete the next level, then just exit since you can redo the dungeon as many times as you want. Collecting items is very important as it ties to your progression. You can get the items from harvesting both the plant creatures and other harvestable in the forest. Then you will use those items to fulfill requests, crafting items as well as unlocking and upgrading shrines. Because of this, you will spend most of your time inside the forest. So I think this game will suit those who enjoy repetitive tasks. Cause if you like doing the same thing over and over again, then you will find the gameplay loop very relaxing. For you who enjoy challenging dungeon, then you also need to give this game a try as the dungeon also provides good challenge. Moreover, the difficulties will increase as you unlock more plants. So for those who love challenge but want a cute aesthetic, then you can still enjoy this dungeon crawler. Then what about cozy gamers who want a more relaxing dungeon run? Don't worry cause there's a relaxed mode difficulty setting. This setting is customized for you who want to get a little challenge but not too much so you will still enjoy the dungeon run. So if you find the default setting too hard, then you can change the difficulties anytime through the setting. I really appreciate that the dev at this setting, so both cozy gamers who love challenge and those who want a more relaxing experience can still play the game. Outside the forest, in the garden, you will do simple management side of the game. You can plant seeds which allows you to encounter the plant inside the forest once they grow. You will also unlock new spells and craft items with various effects that would help you during your run. The most important one is shrine upgrades which then allows you to unlock new forests, so you can find other forest spirit and new mythical characters. Both forest spirit and mythical characters all have their own stories to tell. I won't spoil the story too much, although it's not that deep, but I think they are pretty funny. The story also worked well to motivate me to enter the forest again. It made me curious and I want to know what really happened with them. Sadly, beyond the simple management, there's nothing much that you can do in the garden. You don't actually take care of the plant cause you will do it in the forest. As you progress, new parts of the garden will unlock, and you will see the grove become more alive, but that's it. You can even customize the decoration, which is a shame because I really like their art style. So for you who expect a typical gardening and decorating gameplay, you won't find it in this game. When it comes to the control, even though there's no rebind feature, I think they did a really good job with the setting. The control is very simple, as it only uses a few buttons for the spell and the elements. So I highly recommend you to use controller when playing the game. Since it's dungeon crawler, I must say that the game is grindy, but in a relaxing way. The gameplay loop is pretty mindless once you know how to avoid the attacks. There's not many things that you need to do outside the forest, so you can just focus on progressing. So I think this game will suit those who love repetitive gameplay with a little challenge and funny story on the side. Grimoire Groves managed to turn dungeon crawler that's usually scary into a cute and relaxing game for cozy gamers. And if you want other cozy games to play, check my top 10 cozy games of 2024 video.